next year. Quest tries to force the issue, but they're getting taken out. CEO later, in the same vein, gets his head taken off, and they're making it through on a very difficult rotation here. Malise struck by surprise. Kante finds one, and they're all currently still alive, albeit easy, gets back up on his feet.
Oh, here comes the boys in alter ego, though, not wanting to be ratioed on this one as they want to punish what remains of Bra. First few bullets land on target. Toxic, though, we know he's a bit of a clutcher. No PP Bizen in sight, though. Just the rifle to contend with. Meanwhile, Meku gets manhandled as he'll go down. Zuxi taken out as the play zone nips at his heels, and Redface leaves Tixie feeling ill as he clashes back against the Gladiators. Their chainmail buckling under the constant barrage of bullets the Evos are putting out blank, keeping the pressure on them now.
Gladiators, they just need to send players forward at this point in time, not like they've get them back up again. They just need to go for a salvage mission. It's something they're very well known for. Taking shots, though, doing a lot of damage. They keep them at bay and keep them in the blue. They wonder how much more meds they have left. Actually, Kitsune's clapping back. A Matic, reinvigorated by Kitsune Stan, comes back into the fold. Yeah, want to keep going. Gladiators, surprisingly, still have that player in the mix. Tiamba comes in all the way from the south side, but his blade just cutting them to pieces right now. Tiamba might be leaving the game in ribbons, and they would have liked to get a couple more points on the board, and sometimes it's just those singular points that can be the difference maker. Up to 6 eliminations now. IA looking for the climb. It's going to be hard, and Puncher finds Ghost, sends some shots over towards him. Some of them pass through the ethereal object, though, send straight in towards the sand, and Ghost might just get away with this. To go out right now if they want to have a chance. DX challenging off versus Matic. The UMP does a good amount of damage. There's still more going through, and Matic is dodging, ducking all around, wants to get this elimination point, finds another in fact, and Levi is considering jumping off the top edge, but can't quite find the angle. These 2 eliminations could mean so much to Matic here, but can't quite confirm them without revealing his position. Shots off to the side, they look so close and on target, and yes, they are. Lamborghini is bleeding out right now. Let's see if the players can get towards him and get DX back to a full 4-man squad. Can leapfrog over the top of Quest at the moment. Like we said before, they got a strong position towards the center of the map. A gifted position to them after a very strong rotate. Let's see how far they can take this one, because this could mean everything to them, setting themselves up for a great game to push themselves further upwards and take their spot in that survival stage that they've held on to for the majority of Group Green, only now in the last day slipping out, and they realize that there is some serious work that needs to be done in this Miramar going forward. IA taking damage. Chua from DX looking to light them up.
He really is. They're looking more and more like a Christmas tree right now, Blank, as every bullet is on target and they are being lit up. Aggression with the Molotov as well, dashing it towards the smoke and hoping that he can start to force them out. The HE for good measure off the back of the contact as well. Detonate right in the middle. A little bit off center though, but the bullet spam is still doing the job. This man is not missing. He's got thermal vision on his eyes.
Pump some more bullets through, trying to find a little bit of those damage numbers here and there. Chua backs off as the bullets whiz across the back of his head. Leaves himself vulnerable and open, but realizes that DX has got bigger problems on their hands.
Last man for Malise is Lewis, and he's lurking onto Stalwart. Do they know? The zone slowly pushing him further forward. First contact found with a nade, hefty damage. That's a chunky one, and Tops so quick with the reactions.
Takes him out of there. Stalwart and Lutz, the 2 prodigal teams towards the top side of the lobby, going head to head. But Lutz, with 11 eliminations on this map, have been absolutely
no room for overconfidence. Peak after peak though. Alpha 7 trying their luck, sniping down, hoping the bullets will connect and that they'll be able to strike. Been
a serious standout coming through from Alpha 7. Takes down Ayala on the drop. Great tracking coming through from them. Alter Ego have held a really aggressive and greedy split on this compound, but no one's been able to get close, and they've been holding it down fairly decently so far. Loops as well as Stalwart not able to get anywhere close, and even more shots been sent through as Cardozin has the last laugh. Eliminates Stalwart from the game. It's Tulika though with a decent spray, but fluffs it just at the end there. Felt like maybe he could have picked up Rosemary.
Oh, mate, there can certainly be a few more pickups coming in quick. But I think it's more going to be bullets being picked up by a lot of these teams in risky positions now. For loops, you've got to feel for them. Had 4 alive in such a powerful position for so long, but when it matters most, they started to crumble under the pressure. And now the only squad that is fully top to the brim is Alter Ego. The battle of the Brazilians continues as Cardozin sets his focus onto Alpha 7. Alter Ego know where he is, and they've set 2 of the players from their separate duos to focus up towards the hillsides, Fnatic and Potato, keeping their eyes on Cardozin's moves. Meanwhile, Mad Bulls lurking behind their vehicle, waiting for the peak to come out. You're going to see so many trades in rapid succession the second a fight instigates here.
Yeah, we move a little bit further towards that western edge, and I think that's the all-important thing here for this game. Alter Ego, and the circle starts to enclose as we head over towards stage 9 very, very shortly. They're going to be forced out of these buildings, and Alpha 7 wants to wait as long as possible to pick up these shots as they leave the compound of their own, but they'll be able to head towards the ditches. Mad Bulls have set themselves up a little bit of a compound of their own, mainly just supported by the vehicles that they've positioned in this area. I think all the teams right now hoping against hope that they can make it to a position we get towards stage 9 and Alter Ego have to leave that base of operations. Top 4 teams, but Alter Ego for them, the chicken dinner is so much more important. And Alpha 7 similarly have their ticket stamped. It is just Alter Ego that it matters most for them now.
They need it. You're damn right, Blank. They're the side that really want this the most because of what it means for them in the overall standings. Thing is, it's not going to come easy though. Even with the advantage you've got, having all 4 players alive, having extra utility in the backpacks, you still got to play smart. You can't afford to run any risky business. Grenades being thrown over onto the Mad Bulls. Alpha 7 pushing up, Fnatic attacking and dealing a few big blows. Chip damage out onto the Brazilian team that remains in the runnings here. Meanwhile, Mad Bull starting to group up, looking to try and play together. Could that be a bit of a curse for them though? There's so many nades to work with for Alter Ego that if Mad Bulls close the gap between them both, they could be putting themselves in a position to be blown away by the nades. They strike back onto Alpha 7 though. A lot of damage established. Fast flick from Rosemary as he runs rampant, shutting down Zerich, continuing on their warpath now.
Alpha 7 sort of locked in position. They're going to have to try and get closer. The nades have to be big. They need an opening off the back of this one. They just simply cannot find it. The circle just is supporting the guys from Alter Ego so well. They can play off the back of this ridge side. Mafioso just gets knocked now. 4 eliminations for the guys on Mad Bulls. Not a huge game, but a decent one. Alpha 7 still remaining strong. 2 players, but the nades flying over the top here, looking towards them. And again, Alter Ego just haven't had to move.
They haven't, apart from one man, and that's Rosemary that's been developing a flank for quite some time.
Huge.
Won't even need to pull it off though, Blank, as they pop off. Fnatic furiously frags his way through them, and Alter Ego, when they needed a chicken dinner, when they had to grab one, they pull it away.